These Unreal Engine 5 games look so real, you might think you are watching a movie. From epic action to spine-chilling horror, they push graphics beyond imagination. Every frame feels alive, every detail belongs in a blockbuster film. So get ready, because today we are counting down 10 breathtaking Unreal Engine 5 games you must see. Black Myth Wukong feels unreal. Every battle is alive, every strike shakes the ground, every frame charged with raw intensity. Unreal Engine 5 powers the vision as Nanite floods the world with impossible detail. Stones scatter under your steps, temples fade in mist, bamboo forests stretch forever. The world feels seamless, edges razor sharp, nothing breaks the spell. Then comes Lumen and the world transforms. Light bends and dances, shadows breathe. Sunbeams pierce the leaves, torches flicker in deep caves, lightning flashes across shining armor. Every reflection burns with realism. The camera sweeps with motion blur and depth of field that frames each strike like a scene from cinema. Combat roars with power. Dust bursts, sparks fly, particles collide in real time. The staff cuts through air with weight you can feel. Bosses tower like mountains, faces twisted with rage and sorrow, their roars shaking the battlefield. Every dodge feels desperate. Every counter explodes with precision. This is Unreal Engine 5 Unleashed, and Black Myth Wukong is cinema you can play. Immortals of Aveum turns magic into artillery. Every spell erupts with cinematic force, and Unreal Engine 5 makes it feel alive. Nanite pours impossible detail into ruins, towers, and cliffs. Stones crunch under your steps, broken mosaics catch the light. Lumen breathes across the scene, bending light through glass and rain, pooling around torches, carving shadows that move like living smoke. Combat never sits still. Fire and ice collide, sparks fan out, dust billows with each strike. Shields splinter with weight you can feel, and enemies stagger as particles burst in real time. The camera glides with motion blur while depth of field snaps the focus to your hands, so every cast lands like a timed reveal. The world holds together with razor edges, no pop-in, no distraction, only action. Boss encounters raise the stakes. Giants loom over bridges, eyes glowing, robes whipping in the wind. You draw power to your core and launch waves of crystal light that shake the screen. Color floods the battlefield and silence breaks with a thunder crack. This is Immortals of Aveum, a fantasy you do not just play, you perform it. Proof that Unreal Engine 5 can blur the line between cinema and play. The Matrix Awakens is not a game, it is a revolution. Built entirely on Unreal Engine 5, it turns the impossible into something you can touch. Nanite renders every skyscraper, every shattered brick, and every cracked window with breathtaking precision. Streets stretch endlessly, packed with cars and debris, yet performance stays smooth, as if the world has no limits. It feels like walking inside a living movie set. Lumen drives the illusion even deeper. Neon signs pulse against rain-soaked pavement, headlights carve shadows between alleys, and daylight shifts naturally across the skyline. Dynamic reflections shimmer on glass towers. Light bounces off every surface with cinematic beauty. This is not pre-rendered, it is happening in real time, and every second proves how far games can push the line of reality. Then comes the chaos. Explosions rip through highways, sparks fly as cars collide, and the camera sweeps across the city with cinematic flair. Every chase, every crash, every moment feels like a Hollywood sequence unfolding in your hands. The Matrix Awakens is the purest demonstration of Unreal Engine 5, a glimpse of the future where cinema and gameplay finally become one. Welcome to the Deadly Exclusion Zone. STALKER 2, Heart of Chornobyl is a true showcase of the power of Unreal Engine 5. The gloomy skies and the heavy storm clouds, together with every drop of rain rendered through nanite, create a world that feels both hostile and hauntingly alive. You can almost feel the chill in each gust of wind and the weight of every step as you walk deeper into this forbidden land. Lumen pushes the horror even further. A flickering flashlight cuts through the darkness, sparks burst from broken wires, and strange glows linger across the night. All of it makes your skin crawl. Dynamic lighting does more than look beautiful. It builds crushing tension, turning every room and corridor into a place of dread. With Unreal Engine 5, fear itself becomes part of the world and pulls you in with every breath. And then terror comes alive. Mutants leap from the shadows, radioactive storms sweep across the wasteland, and the roar of gunfire shakes the ground. Every battle feels desperate. Every single shot thunders with fear. Stalker 2 is not just a game. It is a living nightmare created by Unreal Engine 5 where light, sound, and terror blend into one unforgettable experience. Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga arrives with a terrifying cinematic clarity. Senua moves with heartbreaking realism, every expression carved by performance capture, and every breath felt as if she is beside you. Unreal Engine 5 sculpts faces with staggering fidelity, skin, pores, and tears rendered in lifelike detail that sells every emotion with brutal honesty. Then the world around her tightens and twists. Lumen paints the landscape with shifting light and deep contrast. Shadows curl and glow with mood, torchlight stutters in stone halls, and flashes of cold magic throw reflections across weathered armor. Nanite fills each ruin with micro-detail so the environment reads like a living museum of decay, every shard and relic adding to the story. Combat is intimate and fierce. Sounds thud with weight, blades bite with satisfying crunch, and each swing carries the force of Senua's will. Boss fights rise like ritual horrors. Animation blends so smoothly that motion never breaks, and cinematic camera moves lock every blow into a frame of raw power. Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga is not just a game, it is a brutal and beautiful journey you live through. A demonstration of what Unreal Engine 5 can make feel painfully real. Arc 2 throws you into a prehistoric world of chaos and survival. Dinosaurs roar with terrifying detail, their scales, eyes, and even saliva captured with lifelike precision. Unreal Engine 5 powers this savage land, with landscapes that stretch endlessly, forests alive with detail, and storms rolling across the horizon in breathtaking cinematic scope. The world feels alive, untamed, and merciless. Lumen paints light across every surface with brutal beauty. Sunlight scatters through jungle canopies. Shadows move as herds of creatures stampede, and firelight flickers on stone walls as tribes prepare for war. Nanite sculpts the smallest grains of dirt, the cracks in massive bones, and the shimmering scales of creatures both majestic and monstrous. Every frame breathes with primal energy. Then the battles erupt. Spears clash against armored beasts, explosions tear the jungle apart, and riders mount colossal dinosaurs in a storm of chaos. Motion flows seamlessly, the camera glides with cinematic weight, and combat feels raw and unrelenting. Arc 2 is not just survival, it is a primal epic powered by Unreal Engine 5. A brutal vision of life and death where every second surges with prehistoric fury. Lords of the Fallen hurls you into a world of shadow and fire. The opening steps already feel monumental, the ground cracked under your boots, the sky heavy with storm. Unreal Engine 5 shapes this realm with jaw-dropping scale, every ruined cathedral towering above, every twisted route snaking across the battlefield. The game feels massive, dark, and alive with menace. Lumen floods every corridor with living light. Flames ripple along armor, stained glass windows glow with supernatural color, and moonlight drips across desolate ruins. Nanite carves detail into stone and metal, from broken statues to shattered swords, making every relic of war look like it carries centuries of history. The world breathes despair, yet it glows with grim beauty. Combat drives the fear into fury. Swords crash with thunder, sparks explode as steel collides, and enemies roar with inhuman rage. Bosses rise like mountains, their skin cracked with molten fire, their shadows stretching like endless nightmares. Each battle is a cinematic duel of survival, unforgiving and glorious. Lords of the Fallen is not just a dark fantasy, it is a brutal epic brought to life by Unreal Engine 5, where every strike feels like the hand of destiny. Fear does not whisper in layers of fears, it screams in every shadow. The walls twist as if alive, paint drips from the ceiling like blood, and portraits stare with eyes that follow your every move. Unreal Engine 5 turns the haunted mansion into a living nightmare, with each corridor bending and warping in ways that defy sanity. This is not just horror, it is terror made tangible. Light and sound merge to attack your senses. Lumen casts shifting glows across broken mirrors and splintered floors, while flickering candles stretch shadows into monstrous shapes. Nanite fills the halls with impossible detail, from peeling wallpaper to cracked statues, making every room feel cursed by time itself. The house is more than a setting, it is a breathing creature that traps you within its grasp. Then the hallucinations consume you. Doors slam shut without warning, whispers rise to screams, and visions of grotesque figures emerge from the darkness. Each step feels heavier, each breath sharper, as the nightmare coils tighter around your mind. Layers of Fears is not just a game, it is a descent into madness powered by Unreal Engine 5. a chilling vision of fear that will not let you go. Project M bursts with cinematic action from the very first frame. Bullets tear through the air with weight, glass shatters into thousands of shards, and slow motion captures every fragment spinning like a choreographed dance. Unreal Engine 5 transforms a simple firefight into a breathtaking spectacle that feels lifted from the big screen. Environments add to the intensity. Streets glow with rain-soaked pavement, neon lights shimmer on wet glass, and collapsing buildings crumble in clouds of dust that look painfully real. Lumen drenches every shot in dramatic light, while nanite fills walls, debris, and vehicles with impossible micro-detail. The result is not just a battleground, it is a living movie set where chaos is both terrifying and beautiful. The fights escalate into pure adrenaline. Enemies storm through doors, explosions send shockwaves across entire blocks, and every reload feels urgent as the world burns around you. Camera moves with cinematic precision, capturing close-ups of desperate struggle and wide angles of destruction. Project M is more than a shooter. It is a high-octane thriller built in Unreal Engine 5, a vision so sharp and explosive that it demands to be seen. Ill begins like a nightmare you cannot wake from. The first step into the decaying house fills your lungs with dread. The floors creak under invisible weight, and the walls pulse as if they are alive. Unreal Engine 5 gives flesh to the grotesque, with detail so sharp that every rotten plank and every crawling shadow gnaws at your sanity. Sounds and sights close in on you. Blood pools beneath flickering light. The reflection in broken glass trembles as though watching, and the corridors twist into impossible shapes. Lumen turns darkness into a weapon, bending light in ways that create terror at every corner. Nanite renders every fragment of decay, peeling skin on monstrosities, and the cracked surfaces of ruined furniture until it all feels unbearably real. The horror does not wait, it attacks. Mutants writhe from the walls, their bones snapping as they lunge forward, and the camera clings to every horrifying detail. Gunshots echo like thunder, but the dread only grows with every encounter. Ill is not only survival horror, it is an unrelenting descent into madness powered by Unreal Engine 5, a terrifying vision so intense you may never forget it. What a journey through the power of Unreal Engine 5. From horror to fantasy and explosive action, these games prove the line between cinema and gameplay is vanishing. This is only the beginning, the future of gaming is here, and it already looks like the movies.
Yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings, I'ma be fine.